What's up gamers, it's Fun Guy here. So it's the very first day of early access for Battlefield 2042 and I thought that you may want to jump in with the best possible settings. So I decided to make this settings guide for you guys. I guarantee that this will help improve your gameplay experience as well as make you a more effective soldier on the battlefield. So if you find this video useful, please take a moment to like the video and maybe subscribe too if you want to see more content like this. Now let's dig into the settings and see what we can do. Alright then gamers, let's get into those settings. If we press this accessibility button here, just skip over to general. We've got invert vertical look, obviously it's a personal choice. I have mine on. And you have several other ones here like crossplay. A few of these are covered in the later parts. So let's move on to display. Now field of view, the standard is 55. I like to have mine on 74. Some players like to have theirs higher. I like mine on 74, so I would recommend 74. If you want to get super sweaty and see the back of your head, you turn it up higher. Kind of looks weird when you're running around, that's why I don't like it. So anyway, aim down sight field of view. This will make your aim down sight field of view the same as this field of view you've set here. If you want a slight zoom when you aim down sight, then have that off, but I have mine on. Brightness, I always turn it up a little bit just so that it's harder for people to hide in those dark areas. Motion blur, you definitely want to turn that all the way off. This will help with your target acquisition. Now we've got chromatic aberration here, turn that off. Film grain, turn that off. Vignette, again off, and lens distortion off. You want these off so that there's less distractions for you when you're trying to shoot enemy players. Next up, HUD general. Obviously show HUD is on, but you could turn it off if you want to play a more immersive game where it's a bit more realistic. HUD motion, I've got that off. The default is on. I just don't like any extra stuff. Camera shake amount, this is one of those ones that you turn off as much as you can, just so that it doesn't disturb you when you're trying to aim. The soldier compass I have is on. Show vehicle seat is on. You get your colorblind settings here. Those of you that know me know that I'm not colorblind, but I do like the funky purple color that this one gives, so I've chosen that. Now kill log, you want to set that to nearby so it gives you clues about where enemy players are in your area. You see lots of your teammates dying and you've got it set to nearby, chances are there's an enemy force nearby that you need to be careful for. Just a little tip there. Now let's move on to crosshair. This is where you set your custom colors for your crosshair. Obviously I haven't done mine yet, but I will do that soon enough. So you can set the colors in there, you can set the thickness, etc. Now finally we've got the minimap. So you can choose how see-through it is. You can set to rotate with view on or off. I got mine on, I like it like that. Minimap view distance on foot. This is the only one I've changed. The standard is 50. I've just put it up to 70, just so it's to see a little bit further. Over time I may decide to change this more, as this is kind of a new way of doing the minimap on the Battlefield 2042. So we'll see how that goes over time. Moving on. Got the sound settings. Obviously with the sound, it's up to you how you set it, but make sure it's fitting for your particular setup. So if you use headphones a lot like I do, I could recommend the night mode. However, as you can see, there's a lot of different options. So if you've got the Astros, there's a custom mix for them. Or Pro G's, custom mix. The War Tapes is often a good option, and there's obviously others as well. You've got your sound configuration as well, which is mono, stereo or surround. Subtitles just gives you the option to have the subtitles on or off and select the text size. Won't go over those too much. Now in the controller settings, obviously we've got controller schemes in here, which is just the buttons. We move over to global here. We've got the invert vertical look and controller vibration. As you can see, I have mine off because that's another disturbance to your aim. And I play inverted, so that's obvious. Moving on to on foot, we've got the aim sensitivity, mine set to 50. I will make a video on how you improve your aim over time. That'll come later. For now, we'll move on. We've got that obviously set to invert. That we've gone over. Aim down sight field of view. We've gone over that before. Aim assist. Now this is set to 100. This is a new setting, so I'm going to leave these on for now. But if I make an updated settings video when I learn more, that will appear in the top right hand corner of the screen now. Moving on, Got soldier sprint, you can have toggle or hold. I prefer to have it on toggle rather than holding the button down. I'm just scared of breaking controllers really, but toggle is good for me. Double tap forward to sprint. I hate that, so I've turned it off. It's a personal preference. And a lot of these other ones also personal preference, so just pick what you want. Parachute auto deploy I've changed, I don't like mine on. You'll find that you can pull your chute a lot lower than the computer will do it for you. This is an interesting one here. Those of you that really love Battlefield 4's kind of aiming feel, you want to set this to 0. However, for me, I prefer Battlefield 1, so I've set mine to 100 as it describes in this little description here for you. The rest of these settings, except for uniform soldier aiming, I've kept standard. You want this on so that all the guns aim the same. If they don't, you'll find it a lot harder to get used to the different guns every time you switch to your pistol, for example. And these you leave all standard. Next up, we've got vehicles. I've put the aim sensitivity up to 50. I put my field of view up again to 74. And the only other thing I've changed is I've put uniform vehicle aiming on. Moving on, we've got controller tuning. As you can see, these are the standard values. Now, it used to be that this center dead zone value was 15, but interestingly, they've changed it to 13 for this game. It's going to be more responsive as standard. You can turn it down for a little bit extra response. However, don't turn it down too much, guys. Otherwise, you'll be looking left and right and up and down without doing anything. Okay, so now we move out of that completely and we're back into this accessibility section. This is where you've got your colorblind settings and all these other little bits that we've talked about before. Controller mapping just shows you what the buttons are what. And then you've got this interesting little extras bit, which you can scan a QR code for more help. And that is all there really is to it, guys. Just do those settings, have a play of it, and then start making a few little adjustments here and there for your personal preferences. I guarantee this is going to make a big difference to your gameplay. Try it out, let me know what you think. I'm Fun Guy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.